I'm joined now on the phone by Tasha Baumgartner. She's the heroic 7-Eleven employee who spotted Williams, followed him out of the store, and called the police. And David Jolley is the U.S. Marshal for the Eastern District of Tennessee, who was kind enough to be on our air breaking all of that news last night. Welcome to both of you. Tasha, let me start with you and the mystery of the white shirt. Because in the photo, when the police have him, he is filthy and covered in cuts. What did he look like when he came into your store?
I mean, he looked worn down, but fairly clean. I mean, his hands were a little dirty, and he wasn't wearing any shoes. But his clothes, he was clean.
He had no shoes on.
No.
That's an interesting detail I hadn't heard before. Were his feet dirty? Because we'd heard that he'd been on foot for almost 24 hours.
I really didn't look that close at his feet. I just, when I did go around the counter to walk out and see which way he was going, that's when I noticed he didn't have shoes on. But otherwise, fairly clean.
So we're rolling some video now of him being wheeled into the booking process by the sheriff's deputies after he was caught. He's in a wheelchair. His legs and his arms are actually lashed to the wheelchair. And you can see his knees are banged up and pretty dirty. His shirt is absolutely filthy. His face is cut up pretty bad. He's got a cut on his forehead. He's got a cut on his nose. And he's a hot mess. He looked nothing like that when you saw him, right?
No, ma'am.
So that would have happened after he left the 7-Eleven during the arrest by the canine. David Jolley, perhaps you can jump in here and fill in some of the gaps, because as you told us last night, your colleagues told you that he was actually found hiding under a tarp not far away from the 7-Eleven. So now take me to how he went from clean and unscathed to the picture we're now seeing on the screen after arrest.
Well, it's my understanding that once he left the store, he made his way down some type of path nearby, and I'm sure Tasha there knows that area far better than me. I haven't physically been there. So and then went to an area somewhere around the store, became aware that police were rolling in pretty quickly to the area. So he was trying to crawl up under tarp, he located this tarp, tried to crawl up under it. So he was obviously on the ground on his knees, crawling around and trying to stay hidden away, excuse me, excuse me. While the police were searching for him, he knew the officers were close by. They were moving in. The dog was sent to track him down, and he tried to stay hidden, as I understand it, and was refusing to come out from his hiding spot. And then at which time, apparently, he had an encounter with the canine. So probably is why he has some of the scratches on his face and things, and just the fact that his shirt's so dirty, probably from crawling around trying to hide there.
And it is a white shirt, so it doesn't take a whole lot to get it to look like that real quick. And I agree with you. I've seen those canine apprehensions, and those canines are absolutely remarkable. They do not let go until commanded to do so, and when they do, they instantly let go. But it is an ugly business catching bad guys. They don't go down without a fight oftentimes. Tasha, tell me a little bit about last night. You told us that you had a bit of a creepy feeling that he had creeped you out when he came into the 7-Eleven. Can you expand on that a little and explain why you got that feeling?
Well, I mean, I've seen his photo. So when he first walked in, like, he gave me the chills, because I immediately thought, I was like, that looks like the man in the photo that they showed me. So I thought to myself, I'm going to watch his every movement, everything he touches, what he's wearing. I'm going to memorize everything on his body. And so I rung him up and I did all that. And then that's when I seen all the tattoos on his arm and his hand. And I didn't actually know about the tattoos. Yeah, I didn't actually know about the tattoos until after I looked on Facebook to get like a clear photo of him before I called. I was like, I'm going to make sure before I call, and I'm not, turning in somebody that's not who they're looking for. But then when I seen the tattoo, the photo of the tattoo online, I was like, I'm 100% sure that is the man that they are looking for.
It's amazing. We're showing the tattoos right now, and I actually am astounded at the detail you're giving me right now, that you saw his tattoo not knowing what to look for, but when he had done the transaction with you, you then saw the actual picture we're showing on television and realized that is the guy. That was the tattoo. It was like the reverse process, right?
Yeah, it was.
That's incredible. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.